Hello everyone, welcome back to All the Mod 7 to the Sky. In the last episode, we got a bunch of bees set up. Between episodes, I got the Emerald, Ancient, and Wither Skeleton Bee, or Wither Bee, or whatever. This episode, we're going to go for the Unobtainium Bee, which I believe requires us to go to the Twilight Forest to get these, Altamodium, Vibranium, and Unobtainium. Now, we'll need another pick to mine it. I'm going to go ahead and just make my fortune pick, netherite, because, well, it has mining for one. Alright, to get to the Twilight Forest, we plant some flowers or saplings work too around a 2x2 of water, and there we go. We have our Twilight Portal. And the Twilight Forest is pretty well summed up in its advancements. So the first thing we really want to do, the first thing we really want to do is make a map. So around these, with the lapis on top, there's often going to be a raven around, like that. And now we go find some glowberries. They're usually in caves underground nearby. Well, I guess not nearby, but, you know, caves are everywhere, so it's not going to be too difficult to find glowberries, I think. Alright, so we have our blank magic map. So now we just have to go back into the Twilight Forest to use it. And if we use it, we can see the surrounding area, and of course we're not in a good spot for it. However, I believe, let's see, what the first quest is, it's going to be here somewhere. Redcap Goblin, so it's going to be, no, not that one. Okay, the Naga first. So let's go find the Naga. I don't see one on the map yet, so let's go ahead and search for a little bit. That castle right there is the final objective of this mod. I don't think we have to do everything in the mod, but, you know, I kind of like the mod, so I don't see why I wouldn't. I think the swamp's going to stop us from going in there with, like, some... Basically, the environmental features of this mod, like the rain and stuff, keep it so you can only hit progression in order. So obviously this map is not going to be very helpful because we're going to be off it immediately. So not very helpful. The Lich Tower right there that we see in the distance is going to be one of the first things we fight. But let's find the Naga first. So look at the map here. This is where we are right here. This is that castle. I think this might be the Naga, or it might just be the Hedge Maze. I'm not sure which. This is the Hollow Hill. This is where the ores will spawn. So we might just go there and skip everything else, since I don't think that's blocked. This is where the Hydra is right here. This is where one of the mazes are, I think. Yeah, so looking around, we have an Urghast here, a Lich here. I believe the other maze, the actual maze is here. Let's go ahead and head to the Hollow Hill. See if we can't just get the ores real quick. So, these Hollow Hills are filled with ores, but they also have spawners in them. So we want to be careful that we, well, are careful, I guess. So usually if you go around the edge, you'll find an entrance somewhere. And this doesn't go in, but we can just go and break in. As you can already see, tons of ores. I don't really need ores, except for the specific ores. So we'll go ahead and head down here. Don't need lead. I have tons of lead in my base already. Don't need redstone. Probably should have brought a bow as well. That might be Altamodium up there. That would be correct. Make sure you get the right pick. And there we have 7. Need at least 9, I think, to have the bees making more. So we'll go ahead and try to get that. What's this? Runic stone. Alright. Pick that. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and explore this whole area, and we'll see what we get. Alright, now that we have all the modium bees grown up, we need to figure out how to get the resources from them. So we'll need to start making some centrifuges, as well as, I'm probably just going to skip right to power centrifuge, because they're better according to the quest book. It just basically says that they're a must, so might as well just skip right to them. So there's a centrifuge. I just wasn't sure if there's a quest for it. And now we can go ahead and make a powered centrifuge. I knew there was a request for that one. So now we got to figure out how we're going to power it. So from power, there's these ender gates. And apparently they don't stack, and that's annoying. Especially since they craft in 4s. And to use them, we need, I think, ender cells. So let's go ahead and go with the blazing tier for that as well. So we'll go ahead and let those craft. There's our ender cell. So now I believe if I hook this up here, we should get power. There's only 5 channels because we only have the blazing tier. But now if I go over here, it should be wireless power. So we go ahead and put that there with, guess this on this side. Should be getting power. Once you put a battery in there, now it starts charging. Which means that this centrifuge should be getting power, I believe. And indeed, it is full of power. So now let's grab a honeycomb that we want to do, like the ender comb, or the draconic combs, yeah. Because they will give us more dragon eggs, so we can breed the draconic bees. Then we have some draconic dust, which we can then breed these bees with when they come out of their nest, or their hive, whatever. Which means you should probably switch all these honeycombs out to be their products, so that the honeycomb automatically goes into the centrifuge when it needs, or when it has honeycombs, and then the product to go into the drawers. Okay, 4 speed upgrades, that's much better. Okay, so we are working on our last comb. Everything else has been processed except for the ender combs, because they have a liquid quartz byproduct, and so they cannot be processed in the same centrifuge as the honey, which all of these make. So we're just going to go ahead and not worry about that, because I don't want to have to worry about the honey in this centrifuge or anything, because it's like full on honey. But I don't want to have to like pump it out or anything, so I'm not going to worry about that. We're just going to call that good for the combs we have now. So we're going to run through the next 500 of these lapis combs, and then it'll go back to our backlog, and then we should be caught up. I don't think we are processing combs. I think we're processing combs faster than we are actually producing them, so that's fine. Alright, we're completely caught up, even on our backlog, so I think we're pretty much good to just leave this bee for a while. Pun not intended. Let's see how much of this we got. So I added 6 almodium that we had to this when I first set it up, so we've already got 3, which is pretty good. Got void upgrades on all these things. A lot of these things I'm not actually going to need too much because, you know, like, I got netherite scrap over there, I got lapis over there, redstone, so a lot of this will probably just be moved to, what are they called, ender drawers, I think? Yeah, so a lot of them will just be moved to ender drawers once I have an actual base set up and not just the mess that is the current base, which I plan on hopefully doing in the next few episodes. Probably whenever I get creative flight, which is going to be this one right here. So I need dark matter, which means I need that, which means I can probably actually do that by now. Yeah, because I can do all that. Do all that easily. So I might be able to do that. How much does the Klein star cost? Not that bad. Okay. So yeah, maybe I can actually do creative flight, which would mean I'll actually be able to build my base in the next coming episodes. Which I do think I have an interesting idea for a base, so stay tuned for that for sure. Don't forget to subscribe to see that. I did have to add an anti-teleportation module into, or upgrade into the all the modding bees, because one of the bees teleported out, so I was like, oh, that's not good. Those bees can't breed together. These bees can't breed together. I think I need more emerald bees, right? Yeah, so I need to breed my emerald bees for sure. Because they aren't producing as much, and I use a lot of emeralds to trade with the wandering trader. So let's get some poppies to breed them up. I want to have a full 5 of everything I can. Except for the withering bee. I don't really care about that because I have changed this spawner over to be a wither skeleton spawner. So I don't really care about the withering bee so much. But everything else I'd like to have the maximum number of bees, including the draconic bees. So I will probably go ahead and breed them up as well. We're also not centrifuging the honeycombs because they just give wax and honey, which is what basically all of these give. And so I'd rather just have these for crafting recipes if I need them, because I need them for like all the upgrades for the bees and just a whole bunch of stuff. So I figured keep those for crafting, leave everything else to be centrifuged down. And then we have creative flight. I don't know how expensive it is actually. It looks like really not that expensive at all. Just taking the MC from the client star, right? Looks like it. Okay. So yeah, we have creative flight. So now base building will be much easier. I can easily get under here to fix whatever I have problems with. I can get around the base easier. It's much nicer. While we're at it, might as well get a magnet too. And, you know, while we're at that, might as well upgrade it because it's going to be nice and easy. Is there an upgrade for this one? No. So is there a simple magnets toggle? Toggle magnet H, huh? So that's numpad 7. Okay. Now we just gotta put it in a charm slot, huh? Of course, we already have a charm, but I'd rather have this one. Magnets are nice. Throw a portal charm in there. Philosopher's stone in there. Okay. Let's sleep real quick, and then we'll see what else we're gonna do. Alright, so we're gonna be flying around the end here, trying to get, what is it, vibranium? Unobtainium. And then we'll go to the other to try to get some vibranium. Alright, so here we are in the other, because we need vibranium to get to mine unobtainium, and we need an aldemodium pick to mine vibranium. I enchanted it with a bunch of stuff, so hopefully we'll get a lot of vibranium when we mine it. This is very dark. I hope it's easy to find. I hope it glows like some of the other ores. Okay, here's our first vibranium. Gives us 2, so we're gonna need a bunch more basically. Just to get the pickaxe, we need 8. So let's keep mining. We have 9. I do kind of just want enough for the bees as well. So keep going. And there we have plenty of unobtainium. The 9 for the bees, as well as I guess pick. I don't think we need the pickaxe, but it is like I think the best pickaxe in the game. 225 attack damage. What about the sword? 233. Okay, then maybe we will get some weapons after we get the bee and stuff. You know, I'm gonna need at least 4 per unobtainium bee I want. So let's try this unobtainium sight charm thing. Well, first of all, I don't think we're missing blaze powder. That would be correct. But we do need this, which means you need this. Because we need a bunch of stuff. Bricks. Let's get some clay. Smelt that up. Then we're going to need the pestle and ender powder, which means okay, that's easy enough. So we'll make some ender powder. Go ahead and make, where's our mortar? Okay. And I don't want to store these in the system because they're unstackable items, which means our unstackable items chest is, actually, never mind, it's not full. There's a bunch of stuff in here that stacks. Anyway, then we smelt this. unobtainium. And then we mundane potion. Okay, so we can go ahead and put redstone in there, I guess. Unobtainium site. Then we can go ahead and make the potion into the charm. Were you supposed to do that? Is that an albumium? Yep. So I guess just doing all the site charms and stuff so that you can get them easily. Although that being said, I need to pick up some vibranium combs. Because I have them automated, so I don't actually touch the combs really. So that does become a bit of a problem. I'll do it later. It's fine. So now if I activate this, it should show me where more unobtainium is. So let's go and warp to the end. I set up warps in this world because I just think it's convenient. And I like convenience, so. Oh, we don't have an ender pearl. It's alright. Easy fix. Or kill a couple. Or kill a few. There we go. Now we can go through here. And I believe right here is where we'll find possible unobtainium. If there is any. Maybe not. Maybe I'll go back to my base and grab my compass, my nature's compass. So I can find end highlands easier. Hopefully. Because I think that's the only biome they spawn in. Anyway, I'm going to fly around looking for some more vibranium. Ideally, I'll find like 20 worth, but we'll see. Okay, so I couldn't find any more unobtainium in the end. So we're just going to have 1B. And we're going to basically just let it do its thing. And whenever we get enough unobtainium to breed another one, we'll breed another one until we get up to 5. So let's get a hive, and let's get an expansion box. And then we'll just go ahead and let this bee do its thing, basically. And, yeah. Then we'll have all of the bees that we wanted in the last couple episodes. So that'll be good. Alright, so now that we got all the bees done, what's going to be next for this series? I think between this episode and next, I'm going to try to do a bunch of base building to like actually build the base that I want. Because like I said, I like the idea that I have. You should subscribe to check it out when it happens. But yeah, so hopefully between this episode and next episode, I can at least get a good start on that. At least get like wireframes and stuff to like have an idea. It's gonna be a big build. It's gonna be like, I think it's gonna be a radius of like 128 or something like that. So very big. I think it's gonna be a pretty cool build. Okay, big step. Anyway, yeah, so I think it's gonna be a cool build. I'm very excited for it. So yeah, bees are done. We're gonna go ahead and let them produce and all that stuff. Then after that, I'm not sure if I want to go with the tech mod or magic mod. Kind of think I want to get into Mekanism just because I love that mod. It's like, honestly, one of my favorite mods of all time. But then again, Botania is another one of my favorite mods of all time, so like I wouldn't be mad about doing that next. We'll have to see how I'm feeling after the building. But definitely, those are probably my next 2 mods anyway. That I'll just do a nice deep dive on. Anyway, beating the Twilight Forest with Creative Flight and this, like, pickaxe kind of makes it trivial. Because all you have to do is go up to an enemy and just, like, hit them a few times. And they die pretty fast. Like that. Like I said, very trivial. It's a fun mod on its own. Maybe one day I'll do a playthrough where it's like just a few mods and Twilight Force like a main focus of the mod pack. Who knows? I don't actually want these boxes. I don't need all this beef stroganoff. I don't need that. Don't really care about that either, but whatever. Anyway. Yes, let's just keep going through the Twilight Force real quick. So unfortunately, Twilight Force isn't finished. There's not a final boss in it yet. I feel like we've been waiting for final boss for like a long time. So it might have the Half-Life 3 effect where it's been too overhyped and there's not gonna ever be a final boss because it's just like can't live up to expectations or whatever. That being said, these little guys here were not here last time I checked out the mod, so it's possible that they that kind of is a good hint that eventually we will have a final boss. But I don't know. Either way, this mod is still pretty sick. I really like this mod, even if it's easily cheesed and all that. It's fun to play through, but like kind of once you play through it once, it doesn't really have the same difficulty anymore. So that was pretty much all the bees we wanted to get to for now. If I want to do other bees, it won't be too hard. If I need to generate any of these resources, it'll be really easy. Don't have to really show it on camera anymore. Except for a little snippet in like a montage or something that I'm getting bees. Between this episode and next, like I said, I will be making my huge mega base, at least starting it. We'll see how far I can get into it before next episode. And then after that, we'll probably get into Mekanism, and then the next time, or the next episode, we'll get into Britannia. Or at least, whenever we're done with Mekanism, we'll get into Britannia next. So, those are the next two mods for the plan, or for our current plan. We'll see how that goes.